Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindy. I am as Simply Cindy. I am a psychic medium. Astrology is something of a passion of mine. I have lots of modalities behind me. I wanted to do, and this is a continuation from yesterday. I am doing per sign love tarot readings. I have not done these in about 4 to 6 years publicly. I've done them for clients, but I have not done them publicly. So I used to have another channel, two channels, your Indigo Path and Indigo Tarot. Some of you might know me from there. I hope that you guys find this. We are going to continue from Libra through Pisces. During the time of all of our healing, of all of our growing, I had not been called back to do Love Tarot. And then I saw that there was a whole bunch of other Love Tarot, right? But this is something that's really special to me. This is not something that I do all the time because I find love, whether it's romantic or friendship or partnership or whatever, very important. Is it the most important thing for me? Not. I've learned through my journey that integrity has more uh, light, power, whatever thrust behind it. So, uh, I haven't, for that reason, I haven't been called to do it. I haven't, I've been, my journey has been on in another way, but my journey finally with my heart has intersected at once again with tarot. And because I know everybody loves Love Tarot, I wanted to do something for everyone for this channel, just to let you know that I feel you, I see you, and I want to help if I can provide any help, guide you in that. For those of you that have never seen me, I don't sugarcoat, and I pretty much, like everything else, go really, really deep. I am more of a tarot reader and not an oracle reader. I think it's that Virgo side of me that wants that order. But if you've seen me before, you know I'm not really an oracle reader, but I thought, well, why not pull these cards? Right. So I will start, when I start with a sign, I'm going to probably pull an oracle and then see what the theme is, see what it is that can help you. So my intention is to get everybody some clarity, those who listen, those who understand, those who are ready. If you're not ready, you're not going to hear it, right? I can tell you over and over and over again in 50 million different ways, but if you're not ready, you're not ready, right? So what I ask everyone to do while I'm doing this is please take a deep breath, center yourself, and open your heart, because I am not one that interferes in energy. If you don't let me in, I won't go in. I'm not going to force myself in anybody's energy. Okay? So, Eagle says, I'm excited. Thank you for doing this. I'm going to go make myself a nice drink and relax. Absolutely. Everybody go make yourself a nice drink and relax while I start saying all this stuff. But it is important, if you want, and if you're joining, to open that heart of yours, open that chakra, heart chakra of yours. Take a deep breath, relax. I will know some things. Your guides will be telling me whether I can make that public or not. My guides will be telling me, actually, will be telling me if I can make that public or not. So they're very good at that, at letting me know. Again, I will not force myself into anyone's energy. If your heart is open and you're receiving, I want to give you some clarity. I want to give you some healing, and I want to give you some, and I don't want to give it to you. I want to help with that, right? Help give you some growth, some clarity, some closure, some healing. Okay. So, yay, Kathy. Thank you for all the emojis. For those of you that want to join my membership, I have just started my membership. There are people that have joined. You get those 4 emojis. And we'll be doing stuff like this, where I am going to be doing per sign for astrology and for tarot. Okay, like 1 month I'll do astrology, 1 month I'll do tarot. Something like that. But this is where you get that extra stuff, and I'm trying to keep it at $4.99. I do not want to go to another level. I just want to keep it at $4.99. And you guys know YouTube takes half of that, so I think $4.99. If I can get 2,000 people, then that's what I'm working towards, so that we can do per sign, right? Because that takes a lot of time and a lot of energy. So I know my daughter did those. I love that. She did those emojis from scratch. Like from scratch. Like she drew them. She's really good. And I'm sort of a different reader. I understand time and space a little differently than everyone else. I understand dimensions a little differently than anyone else or other people. Most people on YouTube tarot readers. But so I know that this card, think of Schrodinger's. Is it Schrodinger's? Why can't I say that word? Schrodinger's cat? Yeah. It's the space of what is this card? It could be any until we turn it over and observe it, right? So, because I have that understanding, it doesn't matter whether I shuffle or not, the card that it's supposed to be is supposed to be. Because that is my intention and focus, and I know that there's magic in this world. So, those of you that see me later, I know you've been through hell. Not just in life, like hell in your heart. Just amazing that you still, some of you, have your heart open. Amazing. There's no reason why you should have your heart open, but you do. Amazing, amazing souls. Those are the souls I'm talking to. Not the ones that want to be like, oh, what's my next date? No, that's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the warrior souls in love. This tarot, the spaces I'm looking at is not for the weak. It's not. Just know. I have that Aquarius side that's like, I can see, but if you don't want me to, that's fine. That's kind of up to you. And I have that sad side that's like, yeah, whatever. Now, the Gemini side is just curious. So that's why I do it too, because I'm curious, but I'm nosy. That's the Gemini side. I'm nosy. All right, so let's get started. We're going to do Libra through Pisces. So the first up is Libra. I'm going to, as I'm doing the talking, this helps me get in your energy when I'm talking. You think I'm just talking about BS, but I'm really like getting into your energy as I'm shuffling the cards. It kind of helps me focus to get into your energy. Then I will pull a card. So this is going to be the overall message that your higher self wants to tell you, wants you to know. I don't do a lot of oracle. I really don't do any oracles, but I thought this would be a kind of cool way to do it. So I'm going to give each sign an oracle. I'll start with that. I'll read it off because oracles you read. And then I will pull the tarot for you and we'll do a big spread. All right, so here we go, Libra. My beautiful balancing Libras. Haven't got into your energy in a while. Because that's one thing I don't have around me right now is Libras. Ain't that the truth? Lisa thinks that's the truth. She's in Texas. She knows. Yeah, I can tell you stories. I think we all can. See, Libra. Where are you? Where is that heart? Deep breath. I don't know why I'm feeling you guys very timid. That's not the Libras I remember. Okay. All right, here we go. You're a Sun Libra. I always think you're a Cancer for some reason. Okay, here we go, Libra. Soul fragments. Okay. That is, ooh, and it's 33. So the number is 33. You can't see it, but the number is 33. I gotta figure out my camera. Yeah, I remember I went on a trip. Well, I took the camera just in case I needed it, so it's like not doing what it's supposed to. Okay. Soul fragments. Balance. It's not funny. Balance will be restored. Reclaim your inner power. The life of our soul is infinite, and while aspects of the self are never truly lost, they can separate through time. This is so interesting because this is what I was feeling. Okay, I'll start it again. The life of our soul is infinite, and while aspects of the self are never truly lost, they can separate through times of trauma, grief, separation, loss, and refusing to deal with an issue, which can be, I'm not going to say every Libra can do this, will do this, but this can be an issue with Libras, they'll be refusing to deal with an issue, right? So all this makes for separation. The psyche's self-preservation causes an illusionary disconnection as it chooses to distance itself from the situation in question. These fragments merely in place, I'm sorry, these fragments are merely in place. Let me read that again. I'm so sorry because it's changing pages. These fragments, and I'm getting a glare. These fragments are merely in places our consciousness has chosen to forget to spare the emotional turmoil from an intense emotional experience. Revealing these fragments with love, healing, and understanding allows the soul to continue moving forward without the individual feeling stuck in the past or unable to get over an issue or event. Empowering and liberating retrieval is recommended if you feel you are missing parts of yourself. Although sometimes challenging to find, conscious thought and skillful self-awareness is all that is required to recall a soul fragment back to its host. Seek a professional guide if you feel more comfortable. Currently, you may be feeling incomplete, not like yourself, physically flat with no motivation, lacking joy in your life, or even that you are unable to move forward in life. Right now, your soul needs to reclaim a part of its missing memory. Past trauma that is being held within you is crying out to be healed. Through recollection, you will be able to see the truth and the situation for what it is. Be careful. You are entering a period in which you will be challenged emotionally. Build your resilience and remain objective. Fear-based experiences need to be addressed now. Past life regression could be beneficial to create understanding of phobias, deep-seated fears, or subconscious patterns that have previously controlled areas of your life. Reclaim your power. So the shadow aspect of this is fear, shallowness, and detachment. And oh yeah, Cancer Moon. And that's what I'm feeling with Libra. Like when I get into your energy, it doesn't feel the same like it used to. Now I know we've all grown, but I'm feeling like very timid, or like that thing that just said, very like fragmented is what I'm feeling, right? So this is what your higher self, your beings, your loved ones are trying to make you aware of. how to heal this or how to move through this. Because it's not like you don't know. It's just like, hey, Kathy, it's not like you don't know. It's just like you don't know what to do next, right? Okay. Now, let's do the tarot. And this is your love reading, Libra. Now, there are two groups, okay? Because like Eagle is a Libra sun. Hey, Tina. Eagle is a Libra sun. That's not all of what I feel with Eagle. She's been working on this for years. She's been with me for years. She's been with me through the me leaving and coming back and me going on Discord and coming back and me back and forth, right? Like she's been and she's seen me. I mean, she's done some work. So, and she's she's got that Cancer moon where she will really take it in. And so I am feeling that Libra as well. But that's different than the one that I was like seeing when I first went in. Let's see. Kind of want to take these and split them for some reason. Give me just a second because I'm taking these and splitting them. I don't know why it's just letting me do that. Now that feels better. Okay. One more time. Fragmented is correct. Like even these cards are trying to be fragmented. Okay, here we go. Good luck, Libra. So in love, here's your first position. You have the King of Pentacles. So it looks like you're stable now, you're settled now. Not in relationships, but in love. Okay? So maybe you guys have been really working on yourselves and really working on settling other things where so normally Libras do better with a partner. And I don't think that you've not had partners where you're like dating or whatever. But I do feel like that wasn't such a big focus anymore. Like you learned to, over these past 4 or 5 years, really make yourself stable. Really make things go for yourself. Not just when you were always thinking about yourself, you were thinking about yourself and another with you, right? That was very, very important to you. And I think you've grown, some of you have grown into becoming your own self-sufficient, stable person. Okay? You have the King of Pentacles. This is where you're at. You have things that are solidified. You have foundations that you have created. They're solid. You have things around you that you're really learning to enjoy that you've produced on your own. That's what I see in love. Now, what's crossing you is this King of Wands. So some of you, this is you. Yeah. So what I'm seeing is you took the action that needed to be taken. You had the spark for yourself finally. You had the inspiration for yourself finally. And this happened a while back. So you had this inspiration. You felt like I am worth this. I can do this. And maybe you took small steps at first, but you did it. And as you took more steps, you took a bigger step and then a bigger step. And then it just became this way for you where you understood that you could be self-sufficient. It's not like you don't want a partner, but you understood how to love yourself. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, right? So the King of Wands, for others of you, is this person that came in and sort of, I want to say, helped you get unstuck. Didn't do it for you, but helped you see another way. Yeah. Like some of you, it was a friend. Some of you, it was an actual partner. I don't see family members. I just see friends. I see, um, who's this person? Like I'm seeing this person coming in and like, I'll give you an example. What I'm seeing is like, you're saying, oh, my dream is to blah, blah, blah. And they're like, what are you waiting for? And you're like, well, wait, but you know, this was back in the day. It was about 3 years ago, maybe two for some of you. And you're like, but wait, that's not like it. And they're like, well, what are you waiting for? You can do that right now. Like, let's do the first step together. Like they really helped you pull through and become this King of Pentacles, right? For some of you, you're needing and wanting to become the King of Pentacles, and you haven't taken the steps. It's funny because you're a Libra, you're air, but it's almost like you didn't want to fail, or you were afraid of yourself, or you didn't trust yourself, or you hadn't known how to do it on your own without a partner being there, or without like your best friend being there, or without somebody close being right next to you. This was a part of your life that you had to learn to do it alone. Some of you lost people. So you had no choice but to grow in this area. Know that that was your choice before you came here. You wanted this experience where you learned how to do this independently. Um, yeah, I'm seeing the very few people that didn't do this that need to do this. But for the most part, I'm seeing that so the group I'm talking to, the two groups, have done this already. Now, whether they were forced because they lost people, they lost relationships, they lost people to the other side, whatever. Um, you lost. You were like, you had no choice, or you felt like you had no choice. So you did it. Okay. So congratulations. Yeah. You like, I can see where you didn't know what to do for a while, and then the fire got lit. I'm seeing that fire here. Like the fire got lit under you, and you're like, no, I'm doing this. Like, what am I doing here? What am I waiting for? And you've become this. Okay. All right. So what put you in this position? The sun. The sun put you in this position. Now, I know the sun, everybody's like, oh, the sun, that's such a good thing. So in your case, I'm seeing the sun as everything got very, very clear for you. So the red flags that you chose to ignore for about 7 or 8 years prior, the things and the people and the way that they were treating you and the boundaries that they were crossing and all of that that you were pretending were happening, or you were pretending like it was okay, or you were pretending somehow or another in your head. This is what the way I used to see Libra. In your head, you made it balanced. It's okay. I do some of the things too. It's okay. They didn't really mean that. It's okay. They were having a bad day. It's okay. They were having a bad year. It's okay. They lost their job. It's okay. Like you kept like ignoring these red flags, right? What put you in this situation was about 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. So 3 or 4 years ago, yeah, three, four, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Mainly 5 and 6. Yeah. So, yeah, 3 or 4 years ago. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this timeline. Yeah, 5 is coming up real big, and 6 a little bit, and 3 and 4, but 5 mainly. Things changed for you is what happened. Things got very, very clear. Some of you were like all of a sudden looked at as the leader, and you were like, whoa, wait. Others of you were forced into the leadership. Others of you were forced into the spotlight. Others of you were forced to see these red flags because there was nowhere else to go. And you had, like, if you looked left, there was a red flag. If you looked right, there was a red flag. If you looked in the front, there was a red flag. If you looked up, there was a red flag. If you looked down, there was a red flag. And they were like all slapping you in the face to where you finally, it's like Pluto, finally stepping into your power, finally seeing things clear, and finally not giving them the excuses anymore. That's what put you in this position to like say, yes, I'm going to do this. I don't need this relationship around me. I don't need to be treated like this. I am better than this. I deserve more than this. Like, that's what did it. Okay. So, what's coming from now? Yeah, from now until the end of the year. So, what's coming for you? You have better times coming, my dear. Good for you, Libra. You've worked really hard. I know there's a lot more work to be done with you. I know that you know this. I know that there are some relationships that have not. That. So here's the thing. I'm seeing like some of you are like, ooh. Some of you are waiting for the right time. Some of you are waiting for the right wording. Some of you are waiting for the right space. Okay? But you already have this. How can I say this? Some of you, I feel like, have a plan B in case your plan A doesn't work. Does that make sense? But it's not in a bad way. It's almost like to keep yourself safe. Or here's the thing. It's like the only way that you're going to be able to do it and live with yourself, whatever this is. Yeah, there's some people, some relationships, some very toxic people around you. So just know that from now, there are going to be some choices to make, and you know this. Yeah. You can do it, Libra. I can hear yourself saying, I've done, I can do this. You can do this. I can hear you. You have calmer waters coming. You have a better space on its way. Like it's in your now. So that can like be now until the end of the year, right? But you have the wisdom. Here's your swords, your wisdom, your experience, to get through this. And it's in the way that you want to get through this, right? Like very diplomatic. Yeah. Very Libra style. Very like me, I'll ruffle feathers. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But you don't want to do it that way, right? So I do feel like better times are coming for you. Just remember the red flags. Don't ignore the red flags. You already have made your, I feel like some of you have already made your choice. You're just waiting for the opportunity to open itself up to you. Like somebody says the right phrase that you're looking for, or somebody says I don't know. It's like that you're waiting for that opportunity. And that's up to you. You can continue to wait. You can make your choice. You can do your thing. You can trust yourself. You can have faith in yourself. You've already made yourself of pentacles, and you have this crossing you. So you have to take an action. You have the fire within you. Sorry. You have to take an action. You have the fire within you. You've already made yourself this pentacle. So you're already solid in what you feel, in the things around you, in the situations around you. You're so much better space. You do have calmer waters coming. You just have to take this action. You have to take this action. Okay? So from your higher self, let me see if I can move it over here better. Over here. Maybe I can see it better. Because I'll try to turn them, but I forget sometimes. So from your higher self, what is not just this overall theme, but in the situations that we're talking about, what does your higher self want you to know? You have the Two of Swords. So here's the thing you're not going to like. Because I'm seeing you're not taking the action in these situations because you can't see it. And you're not going to. You're not going to see it. It's about your faith. It's about you knowing and trusting yourself, not seeing it. That makes sense? Like, you feel it, you understand it, but until you can see it, you won't do it. And you're expecting to see it so that you can try to manipulate it, which is not a bad thing. It's just the way that you do things. But this is not about you getting out of the situation. Your higher self is saying, this part is about you learning to have faith and trust in yourself, that you can do this without seeing it, right? That's why the Two of Swords. You see how she's got something around her eyes. She's got the two swords. She's ready. She just doesn't see it, but she's ready. So instead of thinking you have to take this blinders off, think of yourself as Bruce Lee or whoever. I'm trying to think of a character that can do it, like they can do the swords and do the thing blindfolded, right? This is how you're going to have to do it. I know that's rudimentary. I know that's really simple, but I'm trying to like get the concept to you. It's like you're not going to see it. You have to trust your inner self and feel it. Okay? So even though you don't think you have, there are bigger things at play that you don't know about yet. But as soon as you begin to trust yourself and take the action, which is telling the universe, yes, I want to do this, the universe is right there to support you. Does that make sense? Jackie Chan. Yeah. So your higher self wants you to know that you're not going to see it. You need to trust it. You need to be intuitive. You need to have faith in yourself. Okay? To get whatever this is. Okay, so once the year ends, and again, this timeline can vary with every choice we make, with every perception we change. But right now, today on this line, at the end of the year and into the first of the year, right? In January, what's coming? You have the Three of Cups. So it looks like you do it. It's that simple, you do it. I felt like this big relief. Whew, you did it. Now, are you going to be excited and happy and elated and da-da-da? No, but you are going to be in a better space where you have some joy and some happiness coming. It's a 3. It is a time of celebration. There's more work to be done, but this is the time to celebrate your accomplishment of doing what it is that you need to do. Some of y'all have this toxicity with your family. Some of you have it with a partner. Some of you have it, and this is what I'm talking about. Some of you, it's with a partner. Some of you, it's with a family member. Some of you, it's with a coworker. Some of you, it's with a boss. Like, it's toxic, whatever this is. Like, each one of you, if I'm talking to separate people, it's toxic. And it's time to let it go. You don't need to be in this. You are so much better than this. And you were in this self-sacrificing, ignoring the flags for all these years, because that's what some of you, that's what you thought was the most comfortable space to be. But you've grown from that. You understand that it's okay to be without a partner for a little bit until the right partner comes along. But you have to learn to love yourself first for the right partner to come along, right? So it looks like at the beginning of the year, there's going to be some relief. There's going to be some joy. I really feel relieved when I'm feeling this energy. And I'm feeling like, oh, there are people that are in a good mood around me. I can do that too without being pushed down, told you're not enough. I mean, whatever. It's all this stuff. It's like toxic. Okay. Now, what's your fear? Let's look at your fear. Your fear is the Nine of Swords. So, a couple of you fear that you don't have it within you. Thank you, Lorna. A couple of you feel like you don't have it within you to be able to do this. Others of you feel like I do have it within me. I just don't see it. It's just going to be way too hard. You feel like you're stuck. That's the fear, right? So you fear you're stuck. You fear like you can't do this, but you have a knowing that you can. It's just your fear, right? Focus on the knowing, the fear. Remember, a fear is there to remind you of what you want and what you don't want. So look at what you want, right? Move away from what you don't want. What you don't want is to stay in those spaces that aren't yours. You've been staying in spaces that are not yours. That was your frequency. You have grown since then. That is not your frequency anymore. Okay? And you can continue to stay in these spaces that aren't yours. It is not going to change. You are not going to transmute that energy. You've tried for a long time. When we're talking about co-creation, that's a different thing to try to transmute. Okay? In my membership, I will show you guys that. Out here, I can't show you guys that. Okay? It's different. So the best way that I can tell you is that you are no longer needed or wanted in those spaces that you continue to hold for people. It is time to move. It is time to go. Remember the balloon that I tell y'all's in the little box and it's fitting perfectly, but it's getting a little tight and you need to go to the bigger box. And then when you get in the bigger box as the balloon, because you're the balloon, it feels uncomfortable because you don't have the walls holding you in like you used to, right? But that box that you were in is not the right fit. It's not. You need to move into the bigger. There are spaces that are waiting for you. There are relationships that are waiting for you. There are people that are waiting for you. There are things that are waiting for you. But until you move into that space, Schrodinger's cat, right? It is what it is until you observe it, and then it becomes solid, right? I know that's not the whole study, but that's what I'm getting. Okay. All right. So that's your fear. Now let's see how your partner or the universe is viewing you and is dealing with you, right? So how do they approach you? How do they see you? Yeah. How do they approach you? How do they see you? Okay. You've got the King of Cups. Well, of course. To them and to the universe, because the universe knows you. To them, but to your partners, you are the King of Cups. As far as they're concerned, with these toxic people that you have, they don't see you leaving. They're just going to continue. That's a relationship, right? That relationship's already been formed. That is not going to change. You are not going to change it. They see you as always being their emotional support. Always. Right? And what happens with toxic people, when they get really comfortable, they become more toxic. Right? So, unfortunately, that's the way they see you. That relationship has already been formed. That's not going to change. For Libra, you are very, very talented. You're very, very aware. But for some reason, your ego is in the way where you think that you can change them. Or maybe it's even hope, that I hope that they grow and change. And they can, and we can have hope for them. This is what I used to call loving from afar. You can love somebody and love them from afar. Sometimes they're not meant to be in the same space that you are. And your ego is sitting in the same space trying to change that stuff, right? So that's how they see you. Now, the universe sees you with a big open heart. The universe sees you with grace. The universe wants to mimic that for you. They want to bring people in that mirror you, which is with that beautiful, in-depth heart, right? I think my grandson's trying to come in. Oh, no. Um, so sorry about that. So the universe sees you that way. The universe sees you as this beautiful, loving, open heart, able to love someone. And then the universe has been trying to mirror that for you, but you're continuing to be in this other space. Okay, so the universe is going to continue to try. It's just you that's not allowing it to happen. That makes sense? Okay. Now, in the ninth position, this to me is the outer realm of our physical. It's the things that are forming from your path and what you're sort of having come in through the path you're taking. I hope that makes sense. So it's like the outskirts of your manifestation. What's coming in? And we have the temperance, right? So we know the temperance is getting guidance from your higher self, from some of you call it God, love, source, the all-knowing conscious, whatever you call this, other dimensions, ETs, whatever you connect with. It's getting guidance from that. It's really the temperance understands that there are bigger things at play, and so you want to work with that and not against that. I see that you'll open up and understand, especially because you've done it here. And then what's forming is like all of a sudden, how do I say this? Your path. It's like all of a sudden the path is available, but it's always been available, but you'll see it and you'll be like, oh, that wasn't that hard. All I had to do was this. Does that make sense? So, yeah. Do you see the third eye being opened? Oh, well, you can't see that, but the third eye is open. There's guidance and love. You're being protected. You're going with the flow. It looks like that's coming in for you because you've already made yourself the King of Pentacles. And then it looks like you're open to more. It's like you haven't fully formed how this is going to go, but it is open to more. Okay. All right. So, what's the overall theme for this month? You have the Justice. So, for some of you, especially Libras, you Libras that feel like it wasn't fair, you didn't like it, there was some injustice, that's coming for you. Okay. The justice is coming. So, yeah, for some of you, I feel like I can't wait to see they get justice for what they've done, right? Um, but I am seeing justice for you. So I'm also seeing for those of you that are a little bit iffy about, can I do this? Will I do this? Just know it's going to go your way. That's the justice. It's going to go your way. All you have to do is be intuitive. All you have to do is have faith in yourself. All you have to do is trust yourself. Trust yourself. Yeah, trust yourself. Okay. So I hope that helps, Libra. Thank you for letting me in your energy. I really, really appreciate it. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. I love you, love you, love you. And I will see you on Monday. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.